number 6. Now, I absolutely hate this card. I couldn't stand it back in the day. And I think a part of me still absolutely hates it and I'm glad it's banned. But just because I hate it doesn't mean I don't recognize how much of a great card it was. Absolutely insane. In terms of what the impact that it had on the game, when Grass was at free, you could not play a 60 card deck. Now for me, at the time, I could not bring myself to play a 60 card deck. I just always wanted to play a 40 card deck, and I think people playing 60 cards was mental. But looking back, I was so wrong. When this card's at free, God, you absolutely have to play free Grass. This card's just so good. It took advantage of everybody who was just dumb like me and playing 40 cards. You just get the mill 20. 20, that's just oh my god, it's just mental. Being able to mill 20 cards was just so insane back then. And at the time where you played, like, I think it was like Zoo, Light Swan, and Paleo. Touching upon the Paleo deck, being able to generate so much advantage by just dumping a load of traps. So you can just bring back all the Paleo traps back. And the Light Swan deck, just milling snow. Fairy Tale Snow is just so nuts. Being able to mill it and then just have so much resources to banish 7. And then the 7 cards that you banished as well generated your tempo as well. God, it was just so good. And then you also had Infernoid as well, where Infernoid had like an awful inconsistent problem. But then if you just drew Grass and just milled loads of Infernoids, that problem was just a thing of the past. And having the Zoo engine as well, just to generate your tempo and just give you more starter cards. And the decks were just good without Grass as well. If you played like a 60 card mirror match, it was fine because the decks were still good without even resolving Grass. But it just gave you that sort of unfair win button whenever you didn't play a 60 card mirror match. It just ignorantly just outright beat any deck that wasn't 60 cards. And I was just dumb enough not to realise that at the time, but at YTS Prague, everybody who played 60 cards more or less topped the event because they knew Grass is just a ridiculous card. Even at 1, when Grass went to 1, people were still playing it because you could play free left arm offering. Like, Grass was just so dumb. Like, people were still drawing it. They always had it. They always drew it whenever you played 60 cards at a regional or something like that. It was just such a pain. But you just can't ignore that, like, this card changing how people had to build their decks, had to, like, adapt to the 60 card meta. And the fact that they had to ban it eventually as well because, like, its presence in the game was just too strong. And it's a shame that it didn't break into the top 5 picks because it is top 5 worthy and it is mental. But the 5 cards that are above it, I would say, are better than it. You can disagree, and you'll know in a second once you've seen them, but I think it's earned number 6. And if you disagree and you think it should be in the top 5, let me know in the comments below. Cheers, guys. That Grass looks greener. See you for number 5.